What piece did you want to show me?
It's right here, but you have to look up.
Whoa, that's definitely impressive. With all that texture and subtle changes in colors. Very cool. It's by Lewitt, right?
Well, sort of. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. While Lewitt came up with the design, the actual painting and final interpretation of what it should look like was done by different draftsmen.
I get it. So Lewitt had to come up with clear instructions for the painters to follow and make sure the right geometry and patterns were described so that the finished product could look like what he had in mind.
Absolutely. Also, if you look carefully, there is a math pattern in this painting. Lewitt is perhaps best known for this type of geometry-based art.
You know, the shapes and lines on this particular artwork are fairly simple. We might be able to come up with a pattern to describe it ourselves.
Let's give it a shot. How do we identify the mathematical pattern in this painting? Let's just focus on the properties of the red shapes themselves rather than on the other parts of the painting. Why don't we start at the lower left and move our eyes up and over to the right in an arc? What do you notice about the painting?
The first shape looks more simple, and as my eyes move left to right, the shapes get more complicated with more and more points.
Great observation. Let's count how many points are on the first few shapes.
Okay, the first shape has 3 points, the next one has 4, and the number of points keeps getting bigger, left to right.
Wouldn't this be a growing pattern? A growing pattern is a pattern where the terms grow as the pattern grows by following a rule. With our pattern here, our terms are the number of the outer points, also called vertices, in each shape. A single vertex is the point where two sides meet, so it's one vertex and many vertices. Notice that the number of the outer points, or vertices, grows by 1. So the common difference of this pattern is equal to 1. Common difference is just a way of saying how much the pattern changes each time.
That makes sense. So this is a growing pattern. I also noticed that each shape has one vertex on the top. On a star, we can look at the inner vertices that are closer to the middle of the star and the outer vertices that are on the tip of the triangular point near the outside of a star. What should we call these shapes? I think they're polygons because all the sides are straight and the shape is closed, but they don't look like polygons I'm used to seeing, like squares and triangles.
That's right. These polygons are concave, which means that you have these portions that bend inwards inside the shape. A concave polygon has an angle inside them that is greater than 180 degrees, which is just a straight line.
Yeah, I can see that each one of the concave polygons has at least one angle that's more than 180 degrees.
I think I see the pattern now. Do you?
I do. The first star has 3 outer points or vertices. The second star has 4 outer vertices. The third star has 5 outer vertices. The fourth star has 6 outer vertices, and so on, up to 9 outer vertices. Each time we move in the pattern, we add 1 outer vertex to our star.
If we hadn't just talked about growing patterns, I might not have known which of the 2 bottom middle shapes is meant to be the end of this pattern. But I'm guessing that the artist was thinking that the polygon with the greatest number of vertices at the bottom in the middle is the final term of this pattern.
So maybe the instructions that Lewitt provided for wall drawing 398 could have looked like this.
That makes sense to me. If you had these instructions and you also had a blueprint from the artist telling you which way the sequence went, do you think you could paint what we see above?
Probably, though I'd probably need another set of instructions.
You're right, you need at least one other set of instructions for the colors.
Really does make me wonder what Lewitt's original instructions look like. Wouldn't it be fun to compare our instructions to his?